Norman is continuously following his president's East Asia trip and the meeting with Xi Jinping Chinese counterpart. Norman, give us your first take. What are you following? What are you learning? And what you want to share with us in the beginning of the show?
Good morning from Washington, D.C. Today we celebrate another day of positive action. Uh, our president is being productive in Asia. He had a very productive meeting in South Korea. Uh, he's obviously had a very positive outcome meeting in China. The trade problems appear to be put aside. China and the United States have come to agreement where they can now reduce the tariffs and free up the use of earth minerals to get back into the trade situation. So this morning we wake up hoping that things will uh, increase in areas of trade, and it appears to be a positive day. Hopefully, that will spill over to the economy in the United States, give people some hope and some optimism looking forward.
One important question has been raised by the United States allies country, those who are very concerned about the Taiwan issue. The question I prepared for Norman is, the two leaders reportedly did not discuss Taiwan. How significant is that omission for regional stability in the Indo-Pacific? Because Taiwan itself expressed its concern why Donald Trump is doing a business trip, not a political or regional stability he is giving the importance. Norman Flatt Barnes, this question is very important for Taiwan as well.
Yes, your question, the answer lies in your question itself, is that it was strategically omitted because the Trump administration is very aware that Taiwan is a very touchy issue with China. And the United States had an objective is to basically come to agreement about the rare earth minerals using the tariffs as a bargaining tool and not the issue of Taiwan. So by not talking about it, by not discussing it, both parties are aware of, it gave the United States more leverage and it gave an option for China to come to agreement where we know that both parties need each other. We have minerals, they have things they need to get done, and they was able to save face. So by not discussing the issue, it allowed them the freedom to come to this type of conclusion where both parties can save face and we can move on with the trade commerce of the world and not be, uh, I guess, stifled by the issue with Taiwan. The issue of Taiwan is still there, but is not being discussed on the surface. So it gave both parties some breathing room.
Norman Flatt Barnes, Norman, how does the latest Israeli airstrikes killing over 104 people, including 35 children, affect the credibility of the recently brokered ceasefire agreement by Donald Trump himself?
The issue uh, in the Middle East comes down to this. There has to be a understanding that there need to be a two-state solution. And the solution involves the Palestinian having their own government, the Israeli coming to terms with Hamas, how they're going to deal with Hamas. Hamas has to make a decision how they're going to coexist in the region. The ceasefire will uh, not be successful as long as these factors are still on the table. There always will be someone who will violate on Hamas side and the Israeli side. There'll be justification for hostilities. The core issue has to be addressed. We got to the point where the hostages are home, but the core issue, the reason why this conflict is in place, has to be put on the table, and it has to be addressed by the two parties on how they're going to coexist, not one party over the other. There will never be a situation where Israel will have total dominance, and there'll be never a situation where Hamas will be totally eliminated from the area. So the two parties have to understand that until this happens and there's trust, we will still have these conflicts and the ceasefire will never be successful.
There is a breaking news regarding the Ukraine and Russia war. In the ongoing war in Ukraine, Vladimir Putin tested a new nuclear capable missile, raising fears of escalation and undermining peace efforts. I have received news from Russia Today state-owned television. They said Mr. Putin ordered his commanders to go for more tests. Washington has responded on that. Mr. Norman Flatt Barnes, what is your response on Putin's new step using and testing nuclear missiles?
Yes, we're looking at a high risk, high stake chess game. The United States response is from the president is to immediately start testing after 30 years our nuclear capability in terms of missiles, weapons, and also we are allowing South Korea to have its first nuclear submarine, which is going to be basically consequently made in the United States, Philadelphia, I believe. This is all posturing. Russia has a nuclear